If you work in finance, legal, accounting, or compliance, you know this feeling. A 20-page report lands in your inbox, a board pack, a variance report, a vendor proposal, and you don't have time to really read it. So you paste it into an AI tool and type "summarize this," and you get back a shorter wall of text. Still dense. You still have to work out what to actually do. You're not doing it wrong. You're just doing the obvious thing, and the obvious thing is the weak version. Give me 15 minutes. I'll show you the strong one. Here's what you'll walk away with. You'll know how to take any finance document, a board pack, a budget versus actuals, a month-end report, a long vendor proposal, and get the AI to hand you the decisions, not just a shorter version. 4 specific things to ask for. You'll see them on screen so you can copy them today. Plus the one honest warning that matters more in finance than anywhere else, so you don't get burned by a wrong number. Quick and honest, I'm not an AI expert. I've spent my career in finance and I'm scaling my expertise in AI the same way you are, and I teach exactly what I've tested on real work in 2 languages, English and Spanish. Nothing fancy. Let's go. Let's name the real problem. When you type "summarize this," you're asking the AI to make the document shorter. That's all. And a shorter document is still a document you have to read and think about. But that's not why you opened the report. You opened it because you have to do something. Approve the budget, challenge a number, sign off, push back, decide. The summary skips the exact part you needed. Here's the one line to remember for the whole video. The AI gives back the shape of what you ask for. Ask for decisions, you get decisions. Ask for risks, you get risks. It's a mirror. So the whole skill is learning to ask for the right shape. Everything from here is 4 better shapes to ask for. Part 2. First move. Instead of "summarize this," try "read this report. Tell me the 3 decisions it's asking me to make and what I'd need to know to make each one. Watch what changes." It doesn't hand you a smaller document. It hands you a short list. Here are the choices in front of you. Now you're not reading 20 pages, you're looking at 3 decisions and deciding. And that second half, what I'd need to know to make each one, is the part most people skip. It tells you what's missing. Sometimes a report asks you to approve something it didn't give you enough to approve. In finance, that gap is exactly the question you send back before you sign anything. Part 3, second move. So much of finance is comparison. This quarter versus last. Budget versus actual. This version of the forecast versus the one before. What you care about isn't the whole thing, it's what moved. So ask, what's new or different here compared to what I'd already expect? What would surprise me? This finds the signal. It skips the paragraphs of "in line with expectations" and points at the variance you'd have missed skimming at 9 p.m. One honest catch, the AI is guessing what you already expect. So a sharper version: assume I already know. For example, finance or accounting. Tell me only what's new beyond that. The more context you give it, the better it gets. Part 4. Third move. For anything trying to convince you, a vendor proposal, a business case, a budget request, a plan, don't ask it to summarize the argument. Ask it to pressure test it. What are the 3 weakest points in this? What would a skeptical CFO push back on? Now the report is working for you. Whoever wrote it wanted a yes. This surfaces the questions they hoped you wouldn't ask. So you walk into that review with the 3 sharp questions already in your pocket. And flip it too. What are the strongest points I might be dismissing too fast? You're not swallowing the document whole. You're interrogating it. Part 5. Fourth move. The biggest time saver. Ask for the answer in the exact form you'll use it. Because half the work isn't understanding the report, it's turning it into the update, the email, the board slide. So say, now turn that into a 4-line update I can send my CFO. Plain language, no jargon. From 20 pages to a message you can send. Ask for any shape, 3 bullets for a board slide, 5 talking points for a review, 1 paragraph for a stakeholder. Whatever you have to produce next, ask for that shape directly. Now the part most videos skip. In finance, it's the whole game. The AI can be confidently wrong, especially with numbers. It can misread a table. It can add wrong. It can state a figure the report never gave. And it says all of it in a calm, professional voice that sounds completely right. That's the trap. And in finance, a wrong number that sounds right is how people get hurt. So the rule I follow, and I want you to follow, the AI drafts, you decide. For anything that matters, a number, a commitment, anything you're accountable for, go back to the source and check the specific figure before you act. Trust it to find things fast. Never trust it blind on a number. Part 6. A habit that helps. After it answers, ask which line of the report says that. Quote it. If it points to the line, good. If it hedges, go look yourself. Part 6.5, and one more, because in our world, this is non-negotiable. Never paste confidential or non-public financial data into a public AI tool. Client numbers, unreleased results, anything sensitive, it does not go in. For this whole exercise, use a report that's already public or strip the sensitive parts out first. Using AI responsibly with financial information isn't optional in finance. It's the difference between a tool that helps you and a mistake that follows you. Learn the moves on safe material first. That's how professionals do it. So here is the recap. 4 moves, 2 rules. 1. Ask for the decisions, not a summary. 2. Ask what's new. 3. Ask for the weak spots. 4. Ask for the shape you'll use. Rules. AI drafts, you decide, and never paste confidential data into a public tool. None of the 4 moves is a magic prompt. They're the same idea. Ask for the shape you actually want. The AI gives back what you ask for. So ask for something useful. If this was useful, do one thing today. Take one report you keep meaning to read and never do. Try just the first move. Tell me the 3 decisions this is asking me to make. See what comes back. And here's the honest truth about getting good at this. Watching won't do it. You get good by doing it on your own real work with someone who can show you where it goes wrong. That's what I do with finance and compliance teams. I run short live hands-on sessions, 30 minutes, where you work on your own real reports and numbers and walk out actually using this. Not theory, not a demo, in English or Spanish. It's the practical on-ramp. I get people over the fear and into using it safely. If that sounds like you, email me. The address is on screen and in the description. Tell me a bit about your case or project and I'll tell you honestly whether I can help. No hard sell, just an email. And whether or not that's you, go try the first move on that report today. That's where it starts. I'm making these videos because I think finance, compliance, and legal people deserve this explained clearly, in plain language, without the hype and without pretending it's harder than it is. But making these videos, well, takes real time. The way that keeps going is simple. If this was useful, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.